And starting in just a second with Robin.
Wonderful. Well, welcome this evening. My name is Robin Pally. I'm the president of the Nick Virgilio Haiku Association, and we are thrilled to have you join us for our first ever head-to-head invitational, hosted by Kazuo Yamaguchi and featuring top contestants from all over the country. Let me take a minute and tell you what our organization is all about. Named for haiku poet Nick Virgilio, we operate the Nick Virgilio Writers House in Camden, New Jersey. The Writers House is home to writing programs for kids and adults of all ages from all over the world. We host live events in Camden and virtual events that have showcased the work of poets from Philly to Pakistan, from the UK to the United Arab Emirates. You can catch some of that on our YouTube channel, some on our website. Note, we are recording this Zoom and posting it on our YouTube channel in the future. We publish lots of books. Check out our bookstore on the website at nickvirgiliohaiku.org. We have merch for haikuists. We run a weekly online haiku journal called Haiku in Action that you can enter to and have a chance to be published in our periodic anthologies and in our social media. There's a new prompt published every week, and the responses come in during that week. Tonight's event, as you might know, is a fundraiser. We've launched a Writing for Resilience program that piloted in Camden schools this year. We're counting on you to help us continue to expand it. So if you can give by going to our website that was on the screen before, nickvirgiliohaiku.org, or text NVHA to 53555, and I will put that in the chat. So welcome to our big event. The winner will take home this beautiful champion ribbon for the 2025 head-to-head. I want to give a big thanks, shout out to our sponsors, New Jersey American Water, Holman, Emmanuel Insurance, Stavra Portraits, who have donated a custom portrait that will go to the biggest donor to our cause between the Thanksgiving and end of giving season at January 1st. Special thanks to our judges tonight, who are going to give one sentence each introducing themselves. That would be Rowan Miner, Hadassah Broughton, and our vice president of the organization, Warren Longmire. Why don't we take a moment and pass the baton around before I introduce Kazuo Yamaguchi, who will be the leader and facilitator for our evening tonight.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Warren Longmire. I am a poet out of Philadelphia, a former programming manager for MVHA, and a current vice president of the board on MVHA. I'm very happy to be here.
Hello, everyone. I'm Hadassah Broughton, a junior at Stewart Country Day School of the Sacred Heart, Princeton, New Jersey. I am an avid speech and debate finalist in national tournaments, and additionally, the state champion of the 2025 New Jersey Poetry Out Loud. I'm so excited to be here with you all.
Hi, thank you for having me tonight. My name is Rowan Beckett Miner. I am non-binary. My pronouns are they, them. I am the founder and editor-in-chief of #FemCumag and the assistant editor for Confluence Journal. I am also on the editorial team for Cuttlefish Books. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tazuo Basho Yamaguchi, and I'm the official Gyoji, which is the refugee for the national and the world head-to-head haiku championships. And I'm glad to bring you all into this space. I've won 2 world titles myself before I started hosting these. And I like to just take you, back in the days when you could still smell the road dust from each traveler's footsteps. Matsuo Basho slid 2 shells across the table. He moved them back and forth, comparing their features until the moment one emerged as the most appealing shell. Basho used the same principle, compared two haiku, or short verses, against one another to see which one was better composed or more aesthetically pleasing. This was known as the seashell game. It is widely considered the first example of competitive haiku poetry. So tonight we bring you the first annual NVHA here live online in Zoom. And it is the first head-to-head haiku national championship that has ever been put on. And so tonight, the way it will go is we will bring two haiku poets up, and they will all rally to see who goes first. And then they will be named Red Poet and Not Red Poet. And then whoever gets chosen in the random choosing will go first. And so say Red gets chosen, I will say Red reads first. And the poet will read one haiku, and then we will pause for a minute, and then we'll go Not Red read. And Not Red will read a haiku poem. Then I will raise my hands like this, and the three honorable judges will raise their card sheet that is red or not red, determining what haiku was chosen. And then I will do one hand clapping for all of you in the audience. You will one hand clap on your screen. Can I see you one hand clapping? And then we will have you unmute your mics and then go nuts. Get all that laughter out, or ah and ooh, and then I will silence you again. And then we will go to the next round. We will do a prelim round. There will be 8 poets in the prelim round, and we will go best 2 out of 3. And then we will go into the semifinals, and we will go down to 4 poets. And the semifinals will be best 3 out of 5. And then we will go what I consider the honorary round, which will be the finals. It'll be 2 head-to-head poets going best 9 out of 17. And one poet will be standing and will be the first NVHA first annual head-to-head haiku champion. And tonight, I'd like to also introduce this. This is in the tradition of Basho, Matsuo Basho, one of the original masters of the 16th century of haiku. He did it very ceremonial and very honorable. And you'll see we'll flavor this with a little modern hip-hop, little modern, performance poetry, and modern literary English language haiku. And I want you to pay attention that it is a competition. There will be a winner, but it will be the most fabulous haiku reading you have ever experienced. And so I think we're about to ready to begin. Y'all ready? All right. Can I have the calibration poets? We'll do a calibration round to warm you up and to warm the judges up. So Robin and Scott, please enter haiku. Robin, pick right or left?
Left.
So Robin will be red poet and Scott will be not red poet. So red reads first.
Single malt scotch in the first class lounge tastes better.
Not red reads.
Freedom now is planting trees that won't bloom till our grandchildren's lifetimes.
Not red reads wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute. Go nuts.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's go.
Not red reads first.
All my grief in a box mailed to the void. Zip code 00000.
Red reads,
Conspiracy theories. So many termites under the house.
red winds round, one hand clapping. Unmute. Applause. Woo.
Yeah, nice.
Yay!
All right.
So this is known why it is called the head-to-head. This is the head-to-head match, and one haiku will win the match. So red reads first.
After the very last note, the conductor holds the silence in his fingertips.
Not red reads.
People who think they saw aliens just saw owls. Owls, dude, are freaky.
Red wins round, red wins match. One hand clapping. Woo! Unmute.
Yeah. Oh, right. Woo woo.
So now we will enter the prelims, and I'm randomly picking names out of the hat for the first match. So Joel and Christopher enter haiku. Joel and Christopher enter haiku. All right, Joel, pick right or left.
Let's go with right.
You are red, and Christopher is not red. Red reads first.
Plantation tour. Every slave cabin, a master's bedroom.
Not red reads.
My flower choice tells our story. Cut bouquets only die. Orchids rebloom.
Red wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute. Woo!
Yay!
Red reads first.
Quiet car. The volume of a passenger's perfume.
Not red reads.
Cheese. Moldy after purchase. Nasty. Before purchase. Gorgonzola.
Red wins round, red wins match. One hand clapping. Woo! All right, prelim match 2. Gordon and Deborah enter haiku. All right, Gordon, pick left or right.
Right, please.
You are not red. Deborah is red. Red reads first.
Eyes locked, soul kissing, exchanging tongues. I awake, singing in Spanish.
Not red reads.
Empty bar. Guitar empty bar. Guitar chords fill the tip jar.
Red wins round. One hand clapping. Red reads first.
Truck gone, woman gone. Can't find job or dog or pride. Think I'll write a song.
Not red reads.
Doom scrolling. My thumb flicks past the sunrise.
Not red wins round. One hand clapping. Not red reads first. Head to head.
Spicy margarita. The way she trills her R.
Red reads.
This is a secret. The wallflower loves the wall. Stone is familiar.
Red wins round. Red wins match. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Woo, woo, woo. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nicely done.
So next prelim match. Billy and Jerry enter Haiku. Billy pick right or left?
Left.
Not red. Red reads first.
Sorry.
Red reads first.
I saw your heartbeat. Ultrasound at 7 weeks. Poet's first rhythm.
Not red reads.
Resource officer grinning like shark at minnows. Black kids enter school.
Not red wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Not Red reads first.
If graffiti is vandalism, what is child's name on tombstone?
Red reads.
Child stillborn. Each night she dreams umbilical cord, tug of war with God.
Not Red wins round. Not Red wins match. One hand clapping.
Woo! Woo! Go Billy.
Love you, Jerry.
Final prelim round. Jeff and Yvette enter Haiku. All right, Jeff, choose right or left.
Left.
Red. Yvette, you're not red. Red reads first.
Bring breeze, letting the string run off the spool.
Not Red reads.
Rattling windows, the voice within.
Red wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Woo! Great stuff.
Right.
Red reads first.
Day moon, the mockingbird, full of praise.
Not Red reads.
Starless night. I count his drinks.
Not Red wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Yeah.
Head to head. Not Red reads first.
The tickle of bristles. I cover up my hickey.
Red reads.
Mulberry stains, my fingers on your lips.
Red wins round. Red wins match. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Good job, guys.
Well done.
Nice.
Woo! Nice.
Woo!
Yeah.
So as you guys can see, haiku is modern for our times because it moves in short increments of attention span. And so we are going to go right in to the semifinals, which are 4 remaining poets. Let me put them back in the hat and shuffle around. For the first semi-final bout, Joel and Jeff enter haiku. This is best 3 out of 5. Joel, pick a right or left.
Let's go with right again.
Not red. Red reads first.
Up all night to get lucky. Katydids.
Not red reads.
On the shoulder of a pallbearer, a butterfly.
Not red wins round. One hand clapping. On mic.
Yay! Beautiful work.
Right.
Beautiful work.
Two.
Great.
Not red reads first.
AIDS quilt. The search for my father, unfinished.
Red reads.
Her last words. Snow falling on beach leaves.
Not red wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Yay, Joel! All right.
What a round. Wow.
Good job, Joel.
Not red reads first.
4th of July. Under the picnic table, Dad's ankle monitor.
Red reads.
Skinny dipping. More than water between us.
Not red wins round. Not red wins match. Knockout round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Woohoo! Woo-hoo!
Good job,
What a
Joel.
joy to get to listen to.
Our second semifinals, Deborah and Billy enter Haiku. Deborah, pick left or right?
Left.
Not red. Red reads first. Best 3 out of 5. Muted.
Efficiency. You can yell at the mountain or go around it.
Not red reads.
He lifts her up high on his shoulders. He carries the world on his back.
Red wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute. Red reads first.
We riot not because we are bored, but because you don't hear us marching.
Not red reads.
I strike word on word. You rise like smoke from paper. Burn me yet again.
Red wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Ooh.
Hey, go Billy.
Red reads first.
Alzheimer's robs you of short-term uh of short-term Alzheimer's robs you.
Not red reads.
He sits at the bar. The way to fill a well is dig water, not pour.
Red wins round, red wins match. Another knockout round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Yay!
Billy.
Bad.
We will proceed into the final match. This is best 9 out of 17, and the one who reaches 9 first will be our first NVHA, first annual National Head-to-Head Haiku Champion. Joel and Billy enter Haiku. Billy, pick left or right?
Left.
Not red. Red reads first.
Day Moon. That one uncanceled streaming subscription.
Not red reads.
Flat Earth believers trip over themselves as if denied gravity.
Not red wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Nice.
Wow.
Not red reads first.
Suicide? Maybe. But from that ledge, he could see the rest of his life.
Red reads.
Father's old garden. First asparagus spear between the weeds.
Red wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Wow.
Red reads first.
Flashing in this cop's aviators. Fireflies.
Not red reads.
I switched seats on the subway. He smelled like he wanted to be alone.
Not red wins round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Woo!
Ow.
Yeah. Woo.
Not red reads.
The fact that you are not ticklish is evidence that you are evil.
Red reads.
Evening rain. A bagpipe fills the open grave.
Red winds round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Oh.
Yay!
Hard.
Red reads first.
Last train. Her mascara still running.
Not red reads.
She will ask, am I adopted? We will reply, you are a dream come true.
Not red winds round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Wow. Woo. Wow, wow, wow.
Powerful ones there.
Not red reads first.
Students ask, what's the strangest place I've been to? I reply, a book.
Red reads.
Outside Dad's hospice window. Snap of a twig.
Red winds round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Bravo.
That was strong all around. Strong all around.
If you haven't noticed, we've been going head to head the whole way. 3-3. Red reads first.
A poem can curve into the bell of a tulip or a pistol grip.
Not red reads.
Take my coffee black, like ancestors, dark matter, sheep, soil, magic.
Not red. Winds round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Oh.
Bravo, judges. I don't know how you're doing this.
Not red reads first.
I see lips moving, but hear nothing. Politics as usual.
Red reads.
August breeze. Pigeon feathers flutter in a hawk's beak.
When red winds round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Wow.
What a battle.
Head to head. 4-4. Red reads first.
Break room. A finger in her hair. She swipes right.
Not red reads.
My namesake godchild lived a lifetime. about the length of a haiku.
Not red winds round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Come on, Billy. Whoa.
Not red reads first.
A pope, a llama, and a witch doctor walk into a metaphor.
Red reads.
Hospice care. My father and I watch a fern waver.
Not red winds round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Woo. Wow. Oh.
6-4. Not red reads first.
If Black people are as violent as some think, there'd be no white folk.
Red reads.
August heat. The grit of the rope between her teeth.
Not red winds round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Yeah. There it is. Snaps.
7-4. Not red reads first.
Dear atheist, don't argue. You literally have nothing to prove.
Red reads.
School shooting. The veins in my son's eyes form a Y.
Red winds round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Woo, yeah.
Whoa.
7-5. Red reads first.
An old chorus in a cotton field. Mourning doves.
Not red reads.
Waxing to waning, my hands in her back pockets, loving the moon's phases.
Red winds round. One hand clapping. Unmute.
Come on, poets.
Red reads first.
Fresh cinnamon hanging in the air. Tenor sax solo.
Not red reads.
Police convictions are a drop of champagne in an ocean of blood.
Not red wins round, one hand clapping. Unmute.
Yay. All right.
Wow.
Not red 8, red 6. Not red reads first.
Most of us just leave a carbon footprint, but you are a biohazard.
Red reads.
Ramadan evening. The weight of sunlight on her back.
Red wins round, one hand clapping. Unmute.
Yay!
Whoa.
Perfect.
Wow.
That imagery, though. Both poems.
Red reads first.
Snow flurries. Inside the hospice room, Dad's long hair.
Not red reads.
Rain, faith, dreams, paint, and syllables to set ablaze. Gifts for my daughter.
Red wins round, one hand clapping. Unmute.
Woo. Whoa. Wow, what a battle.
So I give a ceremonial comment now from the Gyoji for NVHA's first annual head-to-head National Haiku Championship. We have a head-to-head. This is the determining haiku that will win the title. Red reads first.
Christmas Day. On each bench at the bus stop, a box of Narcan.
Not red reads.
Protest law enforcement. We move mountains, so you should expect landslides.
Red wins round. Red wins the title.
Wow.
Let me introduce you to your new NVHA National Head-to-Head Haiku Champion. Give it up for Joel. Give it up for Joel.
Hey, Joel.
Whoa.
Thank
You
you.
can all come off mic for sure. Unmute.
Congratulations, Joel.
Congratulations,
Oh my gosh, what a battle.
Oh, Joel.
Unbelievable.
Hey, man.
My man
Billy,
Billy,
man.
why you stress
Wow.
me like that, man?
Good job, poet. Beautiful
There was
work.
nothing easy about this for the judges, for the
Oh my
competitors.
God. So glad I wasn't a judge.
Right?
Absolutely nuts.
Speech. Speech.
As many comments as possible from the audience for sure now.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, so moved by so much of what we just heard. I'm sure everybody else is too. It just trembles inside.
Shout out to everybody who participated. I mean, this is incredible.
So most of you experience this. If you can see, it's very ceremonial, and that's why I always introduce it as a basho shell game, because I think we need more of this in these modern times to really tune us into listening. If you felt the haiku really drop, it's not even a short poem anymore. It's truly a haiku. So thank you for all joining us, and I think I'll give it over to the host to take us out. And thank you for supporting NVHA, and we're going to bring lots of haiku to children. They need this in this world, to take the moment to reflect on just being alive in that one breath. So thank you very much. I feel very honored. Tazuo Basho Yamaguchi out as the official Gyoji, and I hand it back to the host. Thank you all for joining us.
Everyone was.
Oh, Tazuo, you were at the genesis of this at Haiku North America when we talked about what we could do, and we can't thank you enough for bringing this to life and all your hard work to facilitate and make it come true. Since I know Joel a little bit and he's the winner, I know you've done some teaching for us in the schools, and I want to thank you for that. I mean, that makes this especially lovely for us. Our wonderful Can't Do Anything Without Her, Camille Wilson, program runner, executrice who makes everything work at NVHA. I'm going to ask you to put up your slides and speak to it. Take us out here.
Okay. Going to share my screen really quickly. And then we have like a very, very, very brief presentation before we let you guys go. So let me, if I can just see, here we go. Quick slideshow. And hopefully it will load properly. Perfect. Okay. So just a very special thank you, of course, to everybody who made this possible. A special thank you to Tazuo Basho Yamaguchi, our host. He was sort of the mastermind of this whole thing, and he kind of brought all of this to us. We would have never even thought to do something like this without him. So again, thank you 1,000 times to Tazuo. Thank you to our judges, Warren C. Longmire, Hadassah Broughton, and Rowan Beckett Minor. Thank you to the calibration poets, Scott Sigel and Robin Pally. Thank you to the participants, Christopher Klaus, Jerry Hardesty, Joel Diaz-Porter, who is also now our champion. Thank you to Gordon Gearhart and Deborah L. Edler Brown, Billy Tuggle, Jeff Hoagland, and Yvette Nicole Kaloji. Thank you guys all so much. And also thank you to Omari King Wise, who couldn't be with us today, but I want to thank him for even thinking to want to do something like this. We appreciate him as well. And thank each of you, every person who bought a ticket to be here today without knowing exactly what it is. Thank you so much for taking a chance, and I hope that you had a wonderful time. And thank you for, with buying that ticket, supporting our program in Camden schools and in Camden after school programs, bringing haiku to children for free. And so I'm going to talk a little bit more about that if you guys have 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll get out of here. So a little bit more about NVHA. We were founded to honor Camden native and haiku poet Nicholas Virgilio. NVHA is a writing and educational organization dedicated to supporting creative writers and cultivating creativity, mindfulness, and community through poetry. With the belief that creative writing is a necessary part of writing education, NVHA's mission is to encourage the creative practice of haiku and poetry for all people, to enhance literacy, deepen appreciation for the human experience, and build connected communities. To meet this mission, NVHA provides local residents and global poetry enthusiasts, tongue twister, with free poetry, writing, and humanities-based programming year-round, both online and in person, as you can see. So we have like sort of 3 buckets, I like to call them, of programming. And the first is youth haiku education. This is what you're supporting today by being here. So NVHA strengthens creative confidence and emotional well-being in young writers through haiku-based healing-centered instruction. These trauma-informed writing experiences help students build focus, express themselves, and regulate emotions. Just this past spring, we used some self-report surveys or rather we gathered self-report surveys from 51 Camden student participants, which showed up to a 45% increase in confidence, self-reflection, and emotional coping after taking this 6-week program. In addition to Camden schools, NVHA partners with youth programs to deliver workshops and summer sessions that encourage children to see themselves as poets and storytellers, like as an identity, which is very important. Secondly, we have our community poetry programs. That's stuff like this. Through things like this, online and in person, we cultivate an inclusive and intergenerational poetry culture through workshops, readings, and writing sessions for all ages. Open mics uplift neighborhood voices and foster community connection, while specialized events like ginkgo walks blend poetry, nature, and mindfulness to present local residents with unique writing experiences. Community programs are offered both virtually and in person to ensure broad access across Camden and beyond. And then lastly, we have our literary preservation and cultural engagement sector of programming. With this, we honor Camden's literary heritage by preserving Nick Virgilio's manuscripts, correspondences, and creative archives, which is a project that is well underway. We look forward to one day offering public exhibits and educational materials that highlight Virgilio's influence on American haiku and connect his legacy to contemporary practice. Currently, our archivist is hard at work creating an online resource of Nick Virgilio's correspondences with other prominent poets of the English language haiku movement. And we have a short video to play for you all, sort of describing some of that programming.
Kids today are overwhelmed with constant screens and endless noise. Attention spans are shrinking. Anxiety is rising. Teachers report 30% of class time lost to distractions. Few schools offer mindfulness programs that really work. We designed an immersive, engaging intervention for students already managing too much, a kind of bibliotherapy for burnout. The Nick Virgilio Haiku Association brings mindfulness through poetry. Our healing-centered haiku program gives kids tools to focus, process difficult emotions, and express themselves. In Camden's pilot haiku and short-form poetry program, students grew in confidence, self-understanding, and emotional coping, with up to 45% improvement in each of those areas. And the journey doesn't stop there. From school contests to open mics to lifelong writing. And in our Midnight Notes live series, poetry becomes a tool for resilience, creativity, and healing at every age. Join us in building stronger, calmer, more creative communities. Support the Nick Virgilio Haiku Association and Writers House as a donor, volunteer, or educator.
And that's it. Thank you again. If you're still here, which I hope you are, thank you again for your support. Your support changes poetry education. Again, to give, please text NVHA to 53555, or you can scan the QR code here on the screen. You can also visit our website, which I failed to put on this particular slide, but that would be nickvirgiliohaiku.org/donate, I believe. And if that's not correct, then if you go to our website, the donate button is right on the top in yellow. You should be able to see it. And I should also mention that the highest donor in the tri-state area will receive a fine art portrait package from Stavra Fine Arts Portraits, I believe it's called, which is worth $1,000. So we say the tri-state area specifically because Stavra is located in New Jersey. And so anybody who's not in this particular area, it would be a hike to get here, but I'm sure it's open to you too. But tri-state area folks, this is definitely your time to shine. If you want to learn more, of course, you can also drop us a note anytime at info@nickvirgiliohaiku.org. And you can follow us on those social media handles. And also, again, a thank you to our sponsors that are listed there at the bottom. And that's pretty much it. I will turn it over, I guess, to Robin.
I just want to thank everybody and say have a wonderful evening. And if you want to savor some of this incredible work again, we'll get it up on our YouTube channel as soon as we can. And you'll also find some other stunning work there. There's quite a bit of great poetry up on that site. Thank you all.
Good. Yep. Thank you so much. Robin, do you think we should keep this open for a while if people choose to donate, or what are you thinking?
We'll leave the slide up for another 4 or 5 minutes and then we'll close it out. Thank you all for coming.
I'd also like to mention Amari King Wise, who was originally one of the contestants. Will everyone wish him a miraculous healing? He is looking to get a new kidney, and he was really sad that he couldn't participate. But also search out his work. He's an incredible haiku poet and a poet in general. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that.
Should also look in the chat, see what we have here. Also, we ended so early. It's 9:04, you guys. Well, for me, on the East Coast, it's 9:04.
Yes, it flew by. I would have liked it to go on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that was such an absolute blast. And again, what an honor just, to be, invited to this event. So thank you everyone for making this possible. Such a fun time. I learned a lot, met some incredible poets. This is great.
I appreciate you, Gordon. Thank you for filling in because we came to you kind of a little bit last minute. So I appreciate that.
Anyone who's still on, who's interested in getting involved with us, again, we're looking for volunteers. We're looking for board support. We're looking for anyone who has a skill set to contribute in web and social media, all those things. So we're just trying to make this bigger, better, more.
Can we get a poem from Taz before we go?
Oh, yeah.
Good idea.
How about it?
He would like to.
A haiku or a long one?
I don't know.
You pick.
Yeah. Earl Gaines in the chat says long form.
Okay. This is called I Write to Rise. You can bury a seed in the dirt, but that don't stop the sun from reaching it. You can throw silence over someone's voice, but the truth still grows underneath it. You can't tell a mountain not to rise. You can't tell a bird not to use its wings. You can't tell me I'm only my mistake. Not when I've got poems that still sing. I used to hold it all in. Emotions I never showed. Words I never said and memories I tried to hide, but silence is a heavy stone and I've carried it for this long. I forget what it felt like to feel light as an eagle's feather until I wrote. And the words broke open the sky inside me, and for the first time I let the rain come down without shame. You don't have to be perfect to pick up a pen. You just have to be willing to begin again. Even a cracked branch holds a bird's nest. Even a cloudy sky makes rooms for sunsets. Even a voice that shakes in a still voice, even a broken past can lead to a better choice. They told me I was trouble. But I'm more like a storm clearing the air. They said I was too far gone, but I was just learning to care. Not just about how I'm seen, but how I see myself. Not just about escaping, but about becoming someone else, someone true, someone's whole, someone new. And maybe no one ever told you, but your feelings are not too much. Your dreams are not too far. Your voice matters exactly as it is. You don't have to wait to be free. You can start right here. So let the page be your open field. Let the pen be your wings. Let your truth be the wind and your pain to be the rain that helps you grow into bigger, better things. You were not born to stay quiet. You were not born to feel less than. You were not born to keep it all inside until you disappear. You were born to rise like sunlight after the longest night. You were born to be heard. Even when your voice cracks, you were born to speak beauty back into your own name, saying, I rise from the silence I swallowed, from the stone I carried in my chest, from the hardened tears that never fell because I was too afraid they'd drown me. I rise from the judgment dirt they threw over my voice, but like any good seed, I learned to root deep and stretch toward the light. I rise from the broken branch they told me wouldn't hold as it did. It held me like second chance. It held me like a triumphant nest. I rise from the cloudy sky that lived behind my thunderstorm eyes. As I see it was the only rising, as new beginning sunset breaking on through, I rise from the backhanded names they gave me that I believe too much, too soft, too angry, too weak, too late, as none of these labels could ever tell my full story, as the wide open orange burst sky live inside me. I rise from the nightmare storm I thought would break me, and now I am the sunrise, clearing the dawn's air. I rise from the heavy avalanches of stones rumbling in the silence. My voice becomes a waterfall rolling down mountains like rivers. I rise from the fear of being seen, the fear of not being enough, the fear that if I showed the real me, all that really mattered would turn away from me. As I now see that the real me is the most beautiful, brilliant part. And I rise, and every image I once thought was pain has become part of my rising. The seed buried now breaks the hard darkness in the warming light. The broken branch holds steady. The sunset of my voice rises. The storm of my pain parts darkened clouds with courage. The dried rain of my walls tumble. As I rise and I return to myself like the blizzards of winter into the freshness of spring, like rain to the river, like locked closed doors opening, like my real truth rising off the page. I rise not in spite of my flaws, but because of them, because the cracks let the light in, because the bruises became colors no one else could paint but me. And now I'm not running from who I was, I'm walking into who I was meant to be. Thunder head high, wind in my heart, open pen moving like lightning, because I know now I don't need to escape. I just need to express. And I don't need to hide. I just need to rise. So I write. I speak, I sing, I live it. Even if no one claps, even if no one gets it yet, I do it for the part of me that's still learning to love myself, because I know I can, because I deserve who I am, because I am still here. And if they ask me why I write, I will tell them I am a poet and I rise.
My goodness.
Go get it, Taz. Go get it.
Bravo,
I
bravo.
don't even know what to say to that.
That's
beautiful.
why we exist. That is why we exist. Oh my heavens. Thank you, Tazu. I'm so glad remind me who asked you to read, but thank you. Wow.
That's gorgeous.